What is up, everyone? My name's Louis and it's my mission to aid your awakening. Now, are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling a bit panicky? Are you feeling like you're very far away from yourself and you're not connected to what's happening here and now? In this video, I'm going to share with you techniques I use for when I'm very stressed and I'm very out of the moment, very stuck in my head, but also techniques I also apply in the same way just when I want to be that bit more focused, that bit more present, that bit more aware of what's going on different levels around me, sensorily, and in general in everyday life. These are the 4 techniques I use that I'm about to share with you guys. So I hope you enjoy. This will help you bring you way more present in day-to-day life once practicing these 4 things I'm about to share. Let's get into it. Guys, first one, I'm going to say it is meditation. But this type of meditation, if you're really struggling to do it with your eyes closed or do mantra or other types, this one is really key just to bring your focus in, just to bring in way more focus and concentration throughout the day. Really strong, still focus and concentration for a day where maybe it's you're studying or dealing with a lot of things that you need a clear head for, ideally. And this meditation in particular, isn't very difficult. It's not about trying to open your third eye or bring in a lot of light into your soul or anything too out there. It's simply staring at one spot, simply sitting down, choosing an object, choosing something that's quite small and something that may capture your attention in an everyday sense if you weren't trying to meditate, and just staring at the one spot. Just like I'm staring at this camera, stare at the one spot and allow yourself to be lasered in, focused on that one thing. Now, the interesting thing is here, your brain fog that is going on inside your mind, that which doesn't want you to be present, the fogginess, the laziness of the mind, which wants you to stray away on other ideas, this will start to come up and you'll start to feel this. And it will make you almost want to divert your gaze. You'll be very focused on this one area, this one object. And your brain and this part of you that wants you to, cause your attention to other areas that aren't necessary and aren't going to help and are ultimately going to lead you to procrastinate in whatever it is you want to do. You're going to feel this come up, and it might feel like a blurriness, like you're going to want to move your eyes to other things. You're going to feel like almost a force that, that you want to divert your gaze away. But if you stay focused on this one thing that you're staring at, you'll start to feel like a fogginess almost come through that you'll then release in, because you're telling your mind, no, I'm staying focused on this one thing. And that will really help and play out for the rest of the day when you do want to focus on one thing. You do want to focus on a conversation with someone. You don't want to get stuck in your head. You don't want to focus on achieving a task. You don't want to be caught off guard or, losing concentration to your phone or other things. It's that when you're staring at one thing, you feel this like fogginess sort of come over you. And it's like a cloud almost. You might see that's what happens to me. It's very strange. I get like the vision of almost like a cloud coming up. But I'm seeing it and I'm being aware of it, but then I'm staying focused on the one thing and it's able to get past. And you do 5-10 minutes of this, maybe 10 minutes is quite a strain because it is quite a strenuous meditation to do, more so than other types. But what this will allow you to do is when you choose to lock in, it's almost like you have tunnel vision. Whatever you want to achieve that day, when you choose to lock in on it, it's like you have tunnel vision. There's 3 types of meditation mainly I do. I do my morning meditation right after doing yoga or working out, where I'm just being at peace with myself and just observing what's happening internally. I do another one I spoke on a video about recently every now and then where I'm visualizing light, but I do this one as well. Particularly if I don't have a lot of time and I've got a busy day ahead, I like to do at least 5 minutes staring at one small object and just lasering in. Feeling my body become more upright and ready and focused and lasered in. And this will help you guys keep and maintain a sense of presence throughout the day and stop you getting wavered off or, you succumbing to your emotions and getting off, something happening, maybe having an excessive emotional reaction or something of that sort. Guys, another mindset you can apply while you do this, and this is something that's very, very personal for me. I'm always trying to rush ahead or planning the next day. The reason I write my goals down very specific, I'm always thinking about the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And this can get away from me at times. And I've struggled with this in the past to try and just appreciate where I am now and not try and imagine what's happening in the future and how can I get to the future the quickest. I remember hearing someone say there is no time, there is only this conception of the future which will never ever Because your mind is so limited, you'll never ever be able to conceive of what it might be. You can manifest it, and something similar, strikingly similar, will happen in the future. But it will never be the same because it doesn't exist yet. And this idea that there is no time, there is just a continual unfoldment of time. So where you can't, there's no point rushing. There's no point ever rushing in this moment, because this moment's all we have. And this moment is actually unfolding perfectly. If you think we're on a timeline, we can upgrade our lives and be on a higher timeline. If you're happy with the way things are now and you can imagine the sort of timeline with the sort of future you want to have, you just let everything unfold. It's like a tapestry being rolled out, and you let it unfold. You let yourself be taken there, because there's no time, there's only here. So all you can do here is try and be part of that unfoldment. Or do you want to hinder it? Do you want to resist it? Because ultimately getting to the future is resisting the present moment. If we want to be more present, we've got to take our eyes away from the future and accept that we'll be best served in the future, and we'll reach the best future that we can have if we're truly in the moment. Grateful, relaxed. This is something I always thought I have to be hard on myself, I have to be rushing towards the future to ensure that I have a good future. But what is it? It's not about the end result. It's about how the journey has been, and it'll only be enjoyable and only be fruitful for you ultimately at the end if you've allowed it to truly unfold in your most authentic way, in the way the universe best intends it. So you can resist or you can trust. And whenever I'm going through a hard period in life, it's always the trusting way, the trusting approach that's taken me to the best goal, to where I loved the entire journey and I reflect on it as a truly cherishable memory. So there's two things you can do now. You can focus on focused meditation and also being free of the outcome, letting it come to you, letting it unfold. Now, while you're doing this, there's something else you can do. This is something else that's helped me a lot, and that is tapping into your 5 senses when you need to. Now, this is for more when you're panicking about things and things are getting very stressful and you're in a lot of resistance, you're very tense. Try and name all the 5 senses quickly. Just run through the 5 senses. It's a great tip for anyone that's experiencing a lot of anxiety at the moment. Find yourself in a new environment and realize your thoughts may follow you around in different places you go, but the sensory experience is always different in every single place you can go. And you can be grateful of this when you tap into your 5 senses. What can you smell? There'll be some kind of smell, even when you're just in a normal room like this. I'm in a very bland, bedroom at the moment, but if I really focus in, I could perhaps get the smell of the wooden furniture. If I really focused, if I'm really sensitive, and you guys are becoming more and more sensitive as you wake up, and you're becoming more sensitive to sensory phenomena or experience. But a lot of that you just might think you're being sensitive about negative emotions or negative thoughts. There's so much more, and we just need to explore the rest of that which we're becoming sensitive to. And then later on, we'll fine-tune what we become sensitive to as only good things and only great ideas and only great experiences and great emotions. We'll become more attuned and aligned with that, with our vibration. But for now, if you're having a hard time, you're only aligned with the negative side of yourself, which you're starting to expose, in order for it to be released and for it to leave your life. Find yourself again, and just by doing this, by seeing, hearing, what can you hear? What's unique about this environment? What can you hear here? Maybe you're in a library, you can hear books being taken off the shelf, people chatting. Whereas in different libraries, there may be different accents, different type of people that would be there to, like, say, a university library, a public library. Maybe you're by a motorway, a bigger motorway where you can hear lorries go past, the 8 wheels fly past you, as opposed to a smaller country road where the occasional car goes past. And you can hear birds by the side of it, tweeting. So much difference to tap into and become aware of, and just running through the 5 senses. What can you taste in your mouth? Does your mouth have a slightly different taste this time? I'm reminding you of something. So all things we can become aware of, and they all bring us into become increasingly aware of the moment. And with that, we take the focus out of our head into our sensory experience, which is more to do with the face and the body, and we can be more present. Final thing, guys, this is something that I came up with, and I've been doing it for a long, long time, ever since I was quite young, like around 10 or 11 years old, I started doing this, and I never really realized the value in it until later on. It's quite an unusual thing to do. So I had this tendency of being in a moment and then just sort of closing my eyes for a moment, if I had the chance to, and then opening them again, and imagine being reborn in that minute, or just imagine waking up inside this body. So it's a thought experiment you could take part in. If you want to be really becoming, involved in the moment, and you want to be out of this stress or this character that you've realized you've been playing. You can't quite let go of it, but you've been playing this character who's stressed out, this character who's a lot of problems, a lot of things they have to do, even though we don't actually have to do anything. We're alive. So I wake up and I think, imagine if I was someone new being born right now, or like someone teleporting into my body from the future or from long in the past. I'm looking at my hands, I'm like, okay, this is the type of skin I have, type of hands, type of body I have. I'm wearing these colours. What's going on here? What sort of room is this? What sort of country could I be in? What sort of time could it be? What sort of date could I be in? You start looking around and you just imagine yourself suddenly arriving in this body, and how would you react? And you stop even taking for granted everything that's already around you. Wow, there's a light in front of me, there's some sort of device here. There's a microphone attached to it. Where am I? It's the light bulb. This wall over here. I wonder where I am if I look out the window. The skies are grey. This kind of thing, just suddenly reset again. Suddenly, it's a great idea to reset. What are you? Where are we? I mean, to question everything again that you took for granted. This is what people do sometimes when they take a drug or a psychedelic drug. It's like a reset button in a way, because they're seeing everything again. They realize they're taking for granted everything because they've got their stories going on about, I need to do this, I need to do that. And there's not that reframe of, what is that? Why would I do that? And what do I actually need to do? I'm just surrounded by all this abundance. Look at all this around me. There's this material here. It's hard for people to capture that mindset unless they have to expand their mind through the use of drugs or something like that. But it's something that's available to us at all times. If we just stop and realize, I can suddenly become aware of everything. I can suddenly cleanse everything and then start again. It's about how much that story controls you, how much that ego has a grip over your life to where you can't even be able to freely think outside the box. If I was born again and I didn't know who I was and like what this body meant and what anything meant or what age or what date this time was. So that could be quite a fun exercise for you. So I'm giving you 3 or 4 ways today, guys. I hope with this video you can maybe think, reflect, come here and appreciate this moment that we have, this moment of me looking into this camera, in anticipating putting this out to the world, and whoever could be on the other end watching it. Leave a like and a comment if you liked it, guys. I hope I provided you with something that you can draw inspiration from, or maybe you could think of your own mind experiment to bring you more into this moment and make you more alive and appreciative of what we have. This free expression of information. What a time to be alive. What a time to be in the moment, be present, and be happy. So that we can let the continual unfoldment of time find its way, and we can just sit back, ride along with it, because we are waking up, because our vibration is raising, and we're here to get blessings, blessings, blessings. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Much love. I really appreciate all the support, the messages I've been getting recently. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you find yourself in each moment. Have gratitude wherever you are. If you're having a hard time, I feel for you. Just know I'm here, and there's plenty more content on the way. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace and love. Bye-bye.